So I was on live last night and I got a request from Mackenzie to remake the Preppy Ghostie that I did when I was on TikTok. So we're going to go to my Halloween stamps and we're going to stamp the ghostie with the little ruffles at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and center it up on the screen and I'm going to reduce it on the top just a little bit because we want to leave room for our bow. Make that a reference layer and then add in a white layer for the body, and then we're going to add a white layer for the ruffles at the bottom. Once you've dragged and dropped and color dropped everything for that, we're going to deselect that as reference and we're going to drag that to the top. Now, I have a paper that I have linked in the group for you guys to do this, and it's also layered in Procreate, so you will be able to make papers and change up the colors and sell these as well. But I'm going to go ahead and insert the neon Halloween colored one that I did, which is using the color palette. And we're going to do a clipping mask on this for the body only. We want to leave the ruffles white right now. So once we've done a clipping mask for that, we're going to add a new layer. And I'm going to go ahead and add my glitter paper in here. I will also link that in the tutorial and in the group for you guys. And we're going to do an extra layer and do a clipping mask for that. Why we're doing this is because I'm going to go into my brush set, go to old brush, and we're going to brush out some glitter strokes over this to, give it a little more dazzle. So once I've done that, I was on the wrong layer. Let me go in and I'm going to bump that up just a little bit and go in and do some glitter streaks. And I try to stay in the lines for this because it's not clipped to the ghost per se. It's clipped, the glitter is clipped to this layer. So if you go out of lines with this, you would just get your eraser and erase the outer edges if you had that as an issue. But once we're done adding our glitter in here, we're going to go ahead and do some new layers and do some accents. Let's see. I think that looks pretty good. So the whole process of this tutorial is going to be a little bit longer because it's very many layers layered on top with different things to give it the final look that we want. And it was very cute and everybody on TikTok loved it. So I'm excited to get to show you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to alpha lock the ghosty layer with the outline for the black. And we're actually going to make it a darker purple than the purple in the color palette. We want to have a little bit of contrast so that the purple brush strokes are not merging into the outline. So we want to go dark enough that it has contrast, but not too dark to where it looks black or looks gray. And now I'm going to go ahead and add in my first accent layer, and this is going to be with the black ink brush. This is ink 3. You could also do ink 1 or ink 2, and it doesn't have to be perfect for this. I'm just going in and doing as much of a layer as I can for it. And then once we've finished doing the outline, we're also going to do the little hands in the middle. And then on top of this layer, we're going to do the same thing, but with a white layer. Let me finish doing accents down at the ruffles. So same brush, still ink 3. And we're going to go in and we're going to do a white contrasting accent layer now. That's just going to help it pop a little bit. You want to be able to see the difference in the black and the purple right there. So the white definitely helps for that. Okay, so that's done. I'm just going to leave that off because that's where our bow is going to be. And then we're going to go in and add another layer. I'm just going to merge those because my iPad's a little bit older and I cannot do as many layers as you guys on some things. We're going to add a layer above the ruffles and we're going to go into my pattern brushes for this. Now I'm going to do orange because I did the outline of the ghostie as a purple. So I think it was opposite in my live, but I'm just going to do it this way. And that is the first checkered seamless brush that I have, and I'm going to merge that down. And doesn't it look cute with a little checkered? So then I'm going to go in and we're going to stamp. Now, this is from the Christmas elements, and we're going to stamp a bow. And I want the color to be a dark orange because we'll have the checkered orange as the bow as well. And it's going to look really cute when it's done. But we want to make sure that the outline is a little bit darker of an orange than what the actual checkered will be. So once again, we don't want it to blend and look to where you can't tell the difference between the outline and the actual inside. So I'm just going to reference that, and we're going to drag and drop some white in there. I have my threshold up too much. Let me drop that. There we go. So I'm just making all of this a white layer, including the little loopy parts of the bow, because this entire layer is going to be checkered. So once we've done that, we can go ahead and add a clipping mask on that, and we're going to go back to our orange color in our color palette, and this is still the neon colors. We're going to go back to our seamless patterns and go to the first one that's in the pattern set, which is a checkered at the very bottom, and we're going to run that over that. Doesn't it look cute? I'm so excited. I don't do a lot of Halloween stuff, but this is definitely cute. So once we've done that, we're going to do the same thing that we did for the ghostie for the bow. So we're going to go in and we're going to do a black layer. You don't have to completely outline it like I am. You can just accent it here and there if you want to. But this time we're actually going to do 3 different accent layers. We're going to do black, we're going to do white, and we're going to do a gold layer. So once we get done doing all of this with the gold, with the black and the white, I'm going to do another clipping mask and do the digital paper with the gold the gold glitter. And then we're going to do some gold outlining on this because just the black and white kind of washes it out a little bit. We need to add a little bit of sparkle and a little more of the grainy texture from the glitter helps to contrast the bow with the ghostie. So you can just take your time on this, go in and outline what you want to outline. It's going to take me a minute. Looking cute. That's looking good. Now we're going to go in and do the same thing, but like I said, do a white layer for this. We're not going to add as much white because you've got the white and orange checkered. So it's going to be kind of hard to see, which is another reason why we're going to go in and add the glitter layer. So if you don't want to do the white layer on this and you just want to do the black and then do the gold, that's fine. I mean, you guys change this up however you want to for it to fit your style. Almost done. Okay. So far it is looking good. So now we're going to go in and we're going to add the glitter layer on here. So we're going to add 2 different layers. I'm going to go ahead and merge some of these together because I already have a template with this that is all in one piece. I mean, that's layered, so I can go in and change colors on this. So I'm not worried about preserving layers on the tutorial. But I'm going to drop the gold in and we're going to shrink it to the size of the bow. And I'm also going to rotate it to the rotation of the bow. That looks pretty good. And then we're going to clip that as a clipping mask to the bottom layer. And I'm just going to leave it on white because it doesn't matter what color. And I'm still using the ink too to go in and outline with the gold for this. But that definitely, do you guys see kind of how it helps? It helps it to look. Like I said, you could probably forego the white layer on this and it still look good. I definitely think that helps though, having the glitter on there. Almost done. And once we finished the gold glitter on that, then there is one more portion of this. I almost forgot it, but we're actually going to go in and we're going to make the little eyes and do some lashes on this. And then we're going to duplicate, go to the selection, rotate it horizontally, and line that up. And then I'm going to group that layer and I'm going to adjust the eyes a little bit. I'm going to add some white, just a little white dot. and then kind of frame the lashes with white a little bit. Now, for a boy version for this, you could do just the plain ghostie without the ruffles at the bottom, and you could also do like a camo version with no bow, and I think that would be pretty cool. So that would be a good option for a boy version of the ghosties. So there was 3 or 4 different ghosties in the stamp set that you guys could use. Or you could just do checkered, so just do like a black checkered ghost. Either or would be fine. But I hope this helps. Thanks, guys, so much.